Tilburg University is more and more international university. We have students from all over the world, so I'm very proud that Tilburg University, and especially also the Institute for Cognition and Communication, can organize such an event as today from people from all over the world. So I think that's important to see who Tilburg is and where we stand for.
At the moment, the science is in a world of a state of flux. That implies that we now have a change to, first of all, crowdsourcing, and second of all, to cloud calculation. And that implies that the emphasis is on data. So we are looking for students who likes to find patterns in data, and who like, I would say, to puzzle, or who would like to have a broad view on what is going on in society. And that implies that if we have the emphasis on humanities, you see that shift is even more, because humanities is the example of science. Yes, because there we have the philosophers, we have the historian, we have, I would say, what we call the real thinkers. The thinkers on topics which are of broader interest. Now, these scientists are supported by tools from the computer science part. And that implies that we could see much broader topics to be addressed. For instance, because we digitize all the data, all the papers, dus all the cultural heritage attributes, and so we search in them and we make connections. We find connections, unexpected connections between Van Gogh and Gauguin, for example, because we now have all the letters by Van Gogh digitized. And that implies that we have, with our advanced search techniques, we have the ability to interpret it, what they are communicating.
And the idea of this event was to help push forward the ideas, the thinking and the strategy in chess programs. So the programmers would come to our tournament every year, and they see how their program is playing, what it's doing well, what it's doing badly, and they would talk to the other programmers, and in that way they would get ideas for improving their program. So the following year they all come back, and most of the programs are improved significantly from the previous year. And this process went on year after year, and resulted, as everybody now knows, in the defeat of Garry Kasparov, the human world chess champion, in 1997. And it was a direct result of the kind of developments I've just described. Well, the Tilburg Center of Cognition and Communication is led by Professor Jaap van den Herrik, who for many years has been one of the leading people in the ICGA, and he has worked very hard and very successfully to develop interest in computer games in the Netherlands, in the academic world in the Netherlands, and throughout the world in general.
We're here at the World Computer Chess Championship, and this is where we have the annual event organized by the International Computer Games Association. Every year programs from all over the world come together. They're mostly artificial intelligence researchers here. Artificial intelligence is one of the oldest fields of computer science. It started with the idea that wouldn't it be nice if we could build a computer that would be as intelligent as a human.
The Olympiad is a good testbed for work in artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, we're trying to find out exactly how things that seem difficult for humans to do can be done on a computer. And this provides a good test bed so we can see whether we've taught our computers to perform in ways that are advanced. What's happened is we've moved away. The original intent of artificial intelligence was to try to mimic human thinking. And what it's done now instead is, rather than mimic the way humans do it, which still seems to be very difficult to do, we tap into the computer's strengths, its ability to do things very quickly and to do things with vast amounts of memory, and therefore tackle these problems in a completely different way. So artificial intelligence has moved more towards the area of doing intelligent things, but finding different ways to do it. So the Olympiad provides a good way of showing how we've making progress in this area, which we're making great progress in, by the way, I guess is well known. The conference is similar, where we talk about many different topics in these different areas. It's the more academic side. in the Olympiad, people tend to be very competitive, as humans are, and that adds to the excitement aspect of it. And so the technical exchange is not so great, but at the same time, the excitement level and the interest is sometimes higher because there's competition. It's sort of exciting to see who has come up with better ideas this year and is actually producing results. Whereas in the conference then, what we can do is we can sit back and where our thoughts have matured, and then we can sit down and present these ideas. The way I like to think of it is the Olympiad is more cutting edge. We've got our new ideas, we're putting them in our programs, we're running them, we're seeing how they're doing against the other programs, and we're seeing, you know, whether we're making progress. If we have some success, things are going well, they've matured, we write them up, we present them at the conference, and then we share our ideas with other people in the same field.
ICGA events here is to collect most people from all over the world for all the researchers in the computer games area. Okay, and people like to play chess, want to program, write computer programs for chess, for Oriental games like Go, Chinese chess, shogi, all kinds of games.
Normally we have a scientific conference. 1 year it's Advances in Computer Games, and the other year it's Computer and Games Conference. And the papers that are produced for this conference are written by PhD students in many universities. The students, sometimes master students, are also participating when their research is applicable.